What's up, everybody? How's it going? How's it going? Today, it's some amazing gaming news, y'all. Because today, Bioware has posted new information for Dragon Age, y'all. So there is a name change and also apparently going to be a gameplay reveal. So before we get this started, definitely consider liking and subscribing for more gaming news around RPGs and also for live streams at the channel. Now, let's go ahead and get on to it. Now, going over to X, Bioware has posted on their X account, exciting news, Dragon Age fans. Join us on June 11th for the first official gameplay reveal. So that's some good ass news there. And now there's also a IGN article that correlates this new Dragon Age reveal. So now that we're here with this article here, Dragon Age Dreadwolf is officially being renamed with gameplay reveal set for June 11th exclusive. So Dragon Age, the Veilguard. So this is already an interesting title. I mean, Dreadwolf was pretty cool too, but Veilguard, if it makes sense, right? Going forward, okay, the next Dragon Age is set to get its first big gameplay reveal on June 11th. Now, as you guys know, we've been waiting for the next Dragon Age since 2014, by the way, since the release of Dragon Age Inquisition. So it's been a good decade. Let's just put it like that. That's why I think we need more development teams working on titles within the different within the universe and whatnot. I can think of several gameplay formats in Dragon Age or genres that Dragon Age could hit, but again, we'll have to wait and see. So reveal that the latest entry Dragon Age franchise, previously known as Dragon Age Dreadwolf, is being renamed Dragon Age the Veilguard. The news comes with a host of details that shed light on Bioware's anticipated RPG, which up until this point has been kept heavily under wraps. Among other things, Bioware confirmed that the Veilguard will feature 7 party members and that it will feature fun and fluid moment-to-moment combat while continuing to center strategy via the unique powers of each companion. That's interesting. I still wish that Dragon Age would have kept, with its old school fascist RPG gameplay of the first game. But, if they have to adapt, I guess they have to adapt, with new features. So, I just have to wait and see on what this is going to look like, on June 11th. But it's the name change that will do the most to raise eyebrows. Among the fandom, ever since the conclusion of Dragon Age Inquisition's Trespasser DLC, fans have expected a story focused on Solus, the former companion who was revealed to be the elven god Fen'Harel, also known as the Dreadwolf. Bioware General Manager Gary McKay explains that while Solus is still very much part of the story of Dragon Age, the Veilguard, the team wanted a title that reflected a really deep and compelling group of companions. One thing that's important to remind fans is that every Dragon Age game is a new and different experience, and this game more so than ever. It's about you and your companions, a group that you must rally to fight by your side. We can't wait for the players to meet, connect, and form their own personal relations with the unique companions that make up the Veilguard. That's the spirit of this game. This story. Choosing who will join you on your adventure, fight alongside you, and be there by your side till the end, or in the end. In a separate blog post, McKay elaborated that each of the 7 unique characters that make up your companions will have deep and compelling storylines where the decisions you make will impact your relations with them, as well as their lives. You'll unite this team of unforgettable heroes as you take on a terrifying new threat unleashed on the world. Naturally, the Dreadwolf still has an important part of this tale, but you and your companions, not your enemies, are the heart of this new experience. McKay claims that the name change wasn't a matter of focus testing, which commonly informs decisions like these. He even goes so as far as to admit that sticking with Dreadwolf might have been easier. We actually think sticking with Dreadwolf would have been safer choice. Dreadwolf is a cool name after all. I agree. It is a really cool name. I do agree with that. In the end, it was most important for us to have a title that was authentic to the companions that are the heart of this adventure we created. We worked throughout the development to create really incredible backstories for each companion to interact with the main narrative in meaningful ways. As for why it's not simply named Dragon Age 4, McKay says it's for the same reason that Dragon Age Inquisition wasn't called Dragon Age 3 Inquisition. Every game in the series tells its own unique story, and the title is an important element to help set the stage for the next standalone adventure, inclusive of its own hero, companions, narrative, villain, settings, etc. The highest stakes release in Bioware history is the sub-story here. Let's see. The name change is the beginning of what is shaping up possibly the highest stakes release in Bioware's history. It's been a full decade since Dragon Age Inquisition, which we named our Game of the Year 2014. That's funny. And since then, storied RPG studio has been battered by disasters to release Anthem, layoffs, and other setbacks, with Mass Effect Legendary Edition being one of the few bright spots. The Veilguard has been in various stages of development during this time, even reportedly being canceled at one point, though McKay frames it as a period exploration in his blog. And I can agree to that, because for what I hear from various, dev stories and stuff like that, it's like, when you're in early development of a game, lots of things and lots of stuff are going to get canceled, so like, there's going to be projects going to be on the board, there's going to get canceled, they're going to go back to the drawing board, so on and so forth. That's usually I think the first 2 to 3 years of development. Now, if any game that comments on this video, let me know your thoughts on how that usually goes. But yeah, that's what I basically think of. After Dragon Age Inquisition launched, the studio was given an incredible opportunity to explore, test, and validate a variety of gameplay concepts that as we work to determine what the next Dragon Age could look like. We brought everything to the table, which, yes, even included a multiplayer concept. The time we spent experimenting and iterating gradually taught us a lot. This work and the amazing support from EA helped us refocus, creating an incredible single-player game with all the choices, characters, and world building you would expect from us. So this is some classic concept art from Dreadwolf here. I think this is a Treventus. I forgot the name of it. If I'm wrong, correct me. That's the because I know that for a fact they have a really a technological city or magical city in that front. So that's really cool. This is some really cool art here, honestly. And I love this. You love to see it. Ask what it means for Veilguard to finally be able to show the Veilguard to the world. As the studio head and executive producer, it's been incredible to see the journey, resilience, and passion that this team continues to bring every day. We have an incredible group of both Bioware and Dragon Age veterans who have been with us for years, as well as new faces and voices that love the series, who have helped create an unforgettable experience we feel will be worthy of Dragon Age name. So who exactly are the Veilguard in lore? The Veil is a barrier between the physical world and the Fade, which is Dragon Age's spirit realm. Solus helped create the Veil. Now wants to destroy it. Hence, as McKay puts it, the Veil needs guarding. While acknowledging that the why and how is definitely spoiler territory, the biggest clue I can share is that you and your companions that make up the Veilguard are essential to taking down a new evil threat unleashed upon Thetis. It might not just be Solus. McKay is quite ready to reveal the party members quite yet, but does provide some hints on what to expect, including some initial info on romances. We spend a lot of time making our companions feel authentic based on their own unique experiences within this large fantasy world, which in turn makes the relationship you form with them feel even more meaningful. We tapped into Dragon Age's deep lore and explored its most iconic factions to bring each of the 7 companions and their stories to life, he says. I won't spoil next week's reveal, but I can say that we've created a story where you can impact the world and companions that surround you. Player agency is important to the Dragon Age Veilguard experience and allow each player to form unique personal connections with their companions of choice. Yes, you can romance the companions you want. But also, though, question is, can you kill the companions that you want? I hope, and if the mistakes that you make impact the world, I really hope so, instead of just being, lightly impacted, it needs to be something devastating, at least in my opinion. You and your companions are essential to taking down a new evil threat unleashed upon Thetis. It might not just be Solus. Okay. McKay says that the decision to pair a number of companions from 9 to 7 is mostly down to being the right number of story we're telling. Each one is intended to represent a unique faction or element from Thetis, and will feature their own arc with stories of love and loss, each with meaningful choices and emotional moments. He continues as you accompany, there we go. I was like, well, my brain had a big brain for it. As you accompany your companions to unravel their backstory, earn their loyalty and friendship, you'll visit more regions and updates across a deep variety of biomes than any other Dragon Age 4. I hope so, because Dragon Age has a wide lore, and I'm tired of being in the same couple areas. You get what I'm saying? It needs to be a little bit more wide. Take us to Treventus, take it to a magical city or something. Take us somewhere else. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. McKay mostly sidesteps questions of how Inquisition's characters might fit into the Veilguard story, though. He does confirm that it will once again feature an original protagonist similar to the Warden, Hawk, and the Inquisitor, noting that each Dragon Age game has its own standalone story with its own threat and conflict. Even then, I really do hope that you can see your Inquisition characters and come through, or people just come through. That'll be kind of cool, just a cameo of some sort. You know, games across Dragon Age franchise are never designed as a game over game continuous storyline. There are familiar arcs, factions, heroes important to the overarching Dragon Age universe that weave through the story we're telling, he explains. The previous game's characters and events aren't the anchor of Dragon Age, the Veilguard. It's about your adventure with a brand new cast of companions that you must rally to fight against a powerful foe or force. Once again, teases another villain beyond Solus. I don't want to get too deep into the spoiler territory, but I could say that Dreadwolf is not the only god players need to be worried about. Okay, so we're going to go against a god then. So that's pretty cool. So, BioWare hints what to expect from the Veilguard's gameplay. When the Veilguard is finally revealed on June 11th, BioWare's presentation will include 15 minutes of gameplay from the opening moments of the game, which will help set up the story. On the gameplay front, McKay says that Veilguard's combat was a big area of focus, something the team wanted to push forward. Among other things, McKay says that the Veilguard will feature an ability wheel designed to give players orders to two companions who join them in battle. As an RPG, strategy and combat is important as you bring two companions to every fight. Each companion brings unique powers and abilities that have direct impact on how you choose to take down your enemy's hand. He says to add another layer to that strategic element, we're introducing a new ability wheel where you can pause the action and set up your next one, whether it's your companion's abilities or your own. So that's actually similar to Star Wars, the Old Republic. You pause and you give out your commands, stuff like that. So it's old-fashioned. I like that. That's not bad. The ability wheel opens up a huge amount of strategic possibilities, giving players the ability to control the flow of combat, link powerful combinations and abilities between players and their companions that can quickly turn the tide of battle. We think we found an exciting balance between fun, fluidity, and strategy for every encounter. So all points towards a game that seems likely to please longtime fans of the series who have been waiting anxiously for a new entry over the last 10 years. And it'll need to be, BioWare won't say it directly, but everyone seems aware that a lot is riding on Dragon Age. Its reception will say a lot about whether BioWare is able to re-establish itself as top-tier RPG studio alongside Larian, CD Projekt Red, and other recent success stories. This is a game experience that contains BioWare's tradition of single-player RPG storyline set in the epic fantasy world of Thetis. Because as we know that Dragon Age fans and the community have been waiting a long time for the next game, we can see more excited to share our gameplay reveal on June 11th. So, with that said, guys, let me know what y'all think and feel about this new Dragon Age game. Are y'all worried that it's gonna be bad? Are y'all excited that it's gonna be successful? Is this actually going to put BioWare back on the map from its most recent failures? Because I'm actually excited. I mean, put it like this: I give things like this the benefit of the doubt. I always like to check out and buy as much games as I can, and so gameplay is gonna matter. It's gonna matter a lot to me. So that's something that you can worry about as well, I guess, right? So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If y'all enjoyed this video, if this video gave you guys any type of new information, definitely consider liking, subscribing for more. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for your support and all that you guys do. And I'll see you guys for future videos. Peace out, much love, and have a good one, y'all. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and also hit the bell notification down below. Thanks for watching.